Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood natty here. My name is Matthew, and today's video is going to be a range report on the high standard double 9. Now this double 9 in particular is actually a double 9 convertible. By that it means that it comes with a 22 Magnum cylinder along with its 22 long rifle cylinder. Now what interests me about this gun is that it looks like a cowboy gun, and by that I mean a 1873 single action army, but it actually isn't. It actually can do a double action as well, so it can cock the hammer and then drop the hammer at the same time. Now when you look at it without thinking too much, it indeed looks like a regular single action army. It's got the ejector rod here, you can see that. It just looks like it would be a model 1873. But the ejector rod, you can't actually push down on it like you would to eject rounds. Its function is to go the opposite direction. So you push up and you can push the cylinder out, and then you can load and unload the gun. Another way is that you can pull on this pin here. I think High Standard does this a lot. I think maybe H&R does too, but you pull on it and you can pull the cylinder out, and of course you can load and unload the gun. So pretty cool, pretty neat. As far as the double action, I'll do it with the cylinder out just so it probably doesn't do much damage, unlike if the cylinder was in, but you can pull right through, all the way through for a double action pull. So it can certainly do single action as well, but it can do double action trigger pull as well. So very cool, very neat. Now, some people I've seen that have this gun, they have two cranes. So you know the crane right here where the cylinder is attached to? Some people have two of them, but I didn't. I just have this one and then the cylinder. So I don't know if maybe High Standard was shipping them out with one crane, but then as they sold out more, they gave another crane. I don't really know, but it's not the end of the world. You can still switch out the cylinders. So if you have one, I'll show you how to put the yoke or crane onto the other cylinder. So first, you're going to see there's kind of a divot here on the inside here. You're going to push on that because you want that to be behind the arm here, and then you can pull the arm out. So let me put it on. I should have got a little more prepared, guys. It's okay. We're comfortable with each other, right? So I just use a regular punch, maybe like that size is okay. That works fine. So I go ahead and have the cylinder out, and then we're going to right here, right there. I'm going to push that in so it gets behind the arm, and then when it gets behind the arm, I'm just going to yank the arm out. So you just want that to get behind so you can pull it out. And it's pretty easy once you do it a lot, like that, like that easy. Now to remove the actual crane from here, we want, you see this guy? Yeah, you want like a needle through this cap here, and then you're gonna twist it. And of course we know lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? And so we want to, what did I do with my, oh here it is. Okay, so to loosen this, we're going to go counterclockwise because that's lefty loosey. So I use kind of like this, I don't know, Hyper Tough. It's got a lot of screws you can choose. Oh, that's only one of them. You guys haven't seen all of them. Woo! That's a lot, huh? So just choose something really thin, and what you can do is that you can just push up on it so that it stays. I think there was something in the, I got the box a long time ago, something in the box like had a paper that showed you what I'm going to show you, and you might be able to like stick something in the, right in this hole here so that it like keeps it in place. I mean, I guess we could do that, but it's probably not going to be that big of a difference because I changed it at the range and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, it wasn't that hard, but maybe we'll do that here just to see what that looks like. Yeah, so I guess that can stay there, and then you want to counterclockwise this. Actually, I think it's easier if I just use my own muscle instead. Just to kind of hold that there. So, you know, we're gonna have this here and, ooh, that's not good. That's not small enough. One of these is gonna be pretty dang small and good enough. I think this one will do. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now then. So we're just gonna have this. Yep. And then I'm gonna go lefty-loosey, or counterclockwise, right? And then you get that just enough to be screwed out. You can do it by hand. And that comes out just like that. And then this whole assembly can come out this way, okay? Now, if you want to use the other cylinder, there's a spring in here you need. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but if you just hit it against your hand, woo, come on now. There we go. You hit it against your hand, it'll come out, and there he is. This spring. So, I'm going to put this in the, that was my 22 long rifle cylinder, so we're going to put it in the Magnum cylinder. So again, that spring goes on the front side where the bullets go, okay? In the middle. In the middle, like right here, you know? Yeah, put it in the middle. Okay, now we just slip the crane or the yoke right through here. Okay. And this can be a little challenging, but it's the same idea. So put the cap on, and I think you can go ahead and try to like screw it in by hand a little bit, just to like get it in position and stuff, because it'd be kind of hard, you know, to do without it. When you get that, then you can go ahead and use your little jewelry or this thing, and then we want to go righty tighty. Okay, so you might need 3 hands, just maybe. There we go. And we now are in business for the 22 Magnum. Same idea. So once again, just, you see that there? That's what we pushed back to make room to get it out, but now we're going to push it back. And same idea, we're going to push it further. That way we make room for the arm to slip back in. So I'll go ahead. So I'm just going to push down on this, and when it's clear, I'm going to slip the arm in and then pull this out so that it pops back in. So let me start that here. There we go. So it popped right back through that arm, right there. So it can go single action just fine. We can double action with the cylinder out. I mean, easy. Easy, right guys? Obviously much easier if you just had a second crane that came with your cylinder. Mine didn't, so that's how I had to do it. But like I said, if you practice it a lot, you can probably do it in like 1 minute at the range. I think it only took me 1 minute to switch at the range. Which, let's talk about the range. So I went to the range and I brought about 255 rounds of 22 Magnum Winchester Super X. That's a 40 grain bullet, hollow point. These boys right here. Just had some left over, so I might as well shoot them. I also brought 335 rounds of 22 long rifle Winchester 36 grain hollow point. That's these boys right here. And I also had 100 rounds of 22 short CCI mini mag 27 grain hollow point. I guess I bought them years ago because, I don't know, they were different, and then I never used it, and so I decided to use it. So I brought all 3 of those ammunition to the range. I shot it at 7 yards. Now originally I wanted to do double action only, but the problem is that this double action trigger pull is really bad. And in the beginning I always thought it wasn't a big deal because no matter how bad it is, you get better from it. I take that back. I think a trigger can be so bad that it has no value. It's not going to help your martial arts. So that's a new interpretation. I did do like 18 shots of double action, but after that it was just, I really wasn't getting anything, so I just switched back to single action. Now, for the range, I focused a lot on 5 drills from Troubleshooting by Gabby Franco. I'm still reading that book when I have time, outside of working 60 hours a week with 59 clients. When I have time, I can read 1 page. But I focused on 5 drills that you talked about. So the first one was kind of having relaxed arms, relaxed shoulders. You know, very hard to do when you're tensed up, but I kind of focused on that. I kept it in my mind when I was shooting. There was another one where she talked about single shots where you're focusing on the front sight. So you'll focus on the front sight, right? You'll take your shot, and then on recoil, you're still following the front sight onto the target. So the target is always blurry and the front sight's always clear, which is pretty good advice. And then the third one, she talked about doing double shots and triple shots. That I had to forget that because the trigger pull was so bad I couldn't really do. I mean, I guess I could, but if I was shooting fast enough, I guess maybe I was doing double shots and triple shots. But yeah, just really focusing on that front sight. And then the last one she talked about was having a really smooth trigger pull. I think we naturally kind of get that through training, whether we do good or bad, so that's okay. What I found was that with the focus shots, Gabby talks about focusing on the front sight the whole time. I could do it, but in my unprofessional opinion, it seemed like my shots went more left. And plus there's also that uncomfortability of like pulling a trigger on something that I'm not clearly seeing. You know what I mean? Like we're taught, you have to know what you're shooting at, what's behind it. But then following the front sight, it's like, the front sight is clear and I place it on a target. It's just a different feeling. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's a different feeling, so it's hard to get used to. But what I did find worked well for me, and it may just be not a big deal, if I shot the target, right? So I take a shot, focus a shot, I take a target, and I focus on the target, not so much that it's clear, but when the front sight comes back, then I'm able to focus on my front sight again. So that one worked a little bit better for me, and I think my shots became a little bit more centered. She's probably still right, so I think I'll just keep working on what she's saying, keeping the front sight clear the whole time. Now for the range, I shot 22 Magnum first, and then I switched at halftime to the 22 LR cylinder. Now the 22 LR cylinder can shoot 22 long rifle, it can shoot 22 long, 22 short, all that stuff, you know. So I shot the short hollow points through the 22 long rifle cylinder. The only kind of big differences between the 2 ammunitions is that the Magnum cylinder heated up really fast. And that was 99 shots of 22 Magnum. It heated up really fast. Not unbearable, but like noticeable. And then with the 22 long rifle, it was getting there, heating up with the 22 long rifle, but not as hot as the 22 Magnum. And the 22 shorts didn't add any heat at all. It was like nothing, okay? So, my targets here, let's look at our targets here. Here are the targets, and I'll be sure to give you a close-up for each one. But with target 1, that was kind of 18 shots of a double action trigger pull. So, you know, it's going really left. And like I said, the double action trigger pull is really bad, so I really wouldn't put too much stock or value into that. After that, I moved on to target 2, where I placed the rest of the 22 Magnum shots, which would have been about, I think, 81. So 81 single action shots of 22 Magnum went on target number 2. So I'm still left, little high left, I guess, but I don't know, maybe that's just where the ammo was hitting. Now with target 3, that's when I switched over to the 22 long rifle cylinder, and I put about 117 shots of single action on target 3. So looking a little bit still left, but more centered. So I think it's pretty much comparable to the 22 Magnum, but the Magnum's a little bit higher. Target 4, this was 90 shots, well 99 actually, 99 shots of the 22 short CCI. They seem to be really good, really centered. There was only 2 malfunctions. There was a misfire at the 81st round and the 99th round. But after that, it was pretty much nothing else, no problem. So 2 out of 100 shots, not bad. And then the 22 Magnums, the Winchester 22 Magnum and 22 LR had no malfunctions at all. And then for target 5, I just put one, I just put the last bullet because, you know, 100 rounds divided by 9 shots is 99, and then you have 1 left over. So I just put it on target 5, and it was a really slow focus shot just to see if I learned anything over the last 300 rounds. And you know, 22 short seems to hit kind of to the right, I would say, but not bad, not a big deal at all. So, as far as anything else, I noticed that the ejection of this ejection here became super difficult as the rounds went on. Obviously, the gun gets more dirty, so it became a problem. You know, it didn't matter how much, how many gains I had. I mean, I wasn't going to be able to push that ejector rod. So our range has kind of like this rubber mat over the desk, and so I just basically just pushed it onto the desk, and so that helped with the ejection pretty much the entire time. Pretty much saved my ass there. You know, the gun heated up really fast in 22 Magnum, so maybe 100 shots of that is a bit much. 22 long rifle didn't get that bad. I think it probably could have gone to 150, 200, no problem. 22 shorts was like a sniper bullet. It's like a suppressed bullet. That's what it felt like. It was like super, I don't know, super, not quiet, quieter, but like, I don't know, like it had a mission, like, zzz, you know, kind of fun. I've never seen it at Shields again, so I mean, must not be that popular of an ammunition. That's unfortunate, but I'll roll the footage here for you guys of the range. 300 rounds of fun. 300 rounds of fun for you. I hope you guys enjoy that. If you guys have any questions about the 9 convertible, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comments section below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? You guys have a good day now. Bye.
martial arts! Martial arts, go!